Now we're going to try to solve the following problem. So given a function f that's given by f is defined from R onto R, such that for every x we have x cubed. Basically our function is f of x is x cubed. Okay, so the question that we are going to answer is that is f surjective. Okay, this is the question that we need to have. Before that, let's see if we can do this one for some small function defined from A onto B. Okay, let's see, we have these elements, okay, different elements, and let's say this is 1, 2, 3, this is 1. Okay, if they go to 1, okay, we have only one element. So the function is defined only for x1, and it has this element 1. The image is 1, and it's surjective because 1 get hit by some element from this set A. So assume that this one is a window and this is a kid, and any kid from this set A can hit a window, only one window, but this window can be hit by at least one. It can be hit by three kids. Okay, it's not a problem. The problem is when we have, let's say this is window 1, this is window 2. We can't have something like this because we don't have a function in this case. Okay, so let's assume that we have more, 1, 2, 3, and we have here 1, 2, 3. Assume that this kid hit this window, this one hit this window too, this one hit this window, the same window. So these windows didn't get hit by these kids. So in this case, we say that f, it's a function, but it's not surjective. This one didn't get hit by any of the elements here. If instead we have this one hit this window, this one hit this window, and this one hit this window, that means all the windows get hit by some elements, some guys from here. F is surjective. It could be that this guy hit this one hit this one hit this, but this one didn't get hit by any of the elements from here. That means F is not surjective. Okay, so you get the idea. So this is finite. We don't want to do this one for finite. We want to do it for R. Okay, so for R, let's say x cubed. So let's do a graph. Okay, let's graph it. So it's something like this. This is 1, 1. This is minus 1, minus 1. Okay, this is the graph of y x cubed. So the y-axis, it's like the place of the windows. Check of the window. Is this window here get hit by a kid? Check. Project it on the x on the graph, and after that project on the x-axis. So when we do it here for this element, yes, we see that this kid here sitting on this kid number, let's say 1.2, hit this window. This window here, assume that negative window. So if we project it on the graph, and after that you project on the x-axis, so you have this kid, let's say it's minus 1 point something. So let's agree on this one. Okay, so any y, okay, any y on the let's say this is our y, any y on the y-axis has some x that's the image of it. Okay, so so for our graph, this is true. So you take any y from the y-axis, and you can find an x such that x is the image of that, the pre-image of that y. We call it the pre-image. Okay, so assuming that for any y, find x such that f of x is equal to y. So like I said, any window, check if you get hit by any kid. Okay, so if sometimes we solve, okay, so for any y, take any y and find the x. Like here we solve, just take the cube root. We don't care because it's the x to the power 3. It's defined for all for every x in R. So y cubed is equal to x. So any y, there is a x such that x is the cube root of y. We have f of x is y. So any window that's on this y got hit by a kid, that's the cube root of y. Okay? Yes. So we say that f is surjective. Okay? So you take any y from, let's go back to our function. So x cubed. You take any y from your, this is the but let's do it anyway. The same, we have the same sets, okay? We will do one when we have different sets. So take any y from this set, okay, and find an x such that f of x is y. So that x is given by the cube root, the cube root of y. Okay, so if you take that, any f of x equals y. So for any y, there is an x which is given by this one such that f of x is equal to y. That means our function is surjective. To prove that f is not surjective, what you can do is, there is some y that didn't get hit by some x. So if we assume that if we have this function here, but defined from R onto R minus 1. So on here, we remove this one, we remove the y. So we remove the y. So the one, we remove the 1, sorry, we remove the 1. So 1, the window sitting on that number, the window numbered 1 didn't get hit by some guy. Therefore, this one in this case is not surjective.